Then, you'll remember I said to you, standards are set up front at the beginning of each year. However, those standards should be reviewed and continuously updated in light of new information. Now, you might have a problem where standards aren't updated in light of new information, and then it will be useful for the company to distinguish between planning variances, which are caused by external factors and forecasting errors. So planning variances are not controllable. On the other hand, operational variances are controllable. Let's go through an example and then this will make more sense. The following information relates to Patterson Limited. The standard price per litre is 10 Rand. All right, so let's mark all of this off. That's the standard price. The actual price paid per litre is 10 Rand 50. The market price per litre at the time of purchase is 10 Rand 80. So that's the market price. Now the problem that we can see in this example is the standards are outdated. When the standards were set, the price was 10 Rand per litre, and the current market price per litre is now 10 Rand 80. So the standards are outdated. We are then also given the actual quantity purchased, so that's our actual quantity. So first we are going to calculate the material price variance. So how do we calculate the price variance? We always start with the actual price multiplied by the actual quantity. If we are calculating a price variance, you keep the quantity the same and the only thing you change is the price. All right, so let's perform this calculation. The actual quantity is 30,000 litres. The actual price per litre is 10 Rand 50 and the standard price is 10 Rand per litre. So you can see we have an unfavourable material price variance because the actual price is more than the standard price. So if we are going to use this variance to analyse the performance of the purchasing manager, we are going to say that this indicates poor performance on the part of the purchasing manager because the company actually paid more than the standard price per litre. But the problem that we have in this example is we know that the standards are outdated. They have not been updated to reflect current conditions because the market price, the current market price, is different to the standard price per litre. So if you have a situation like this, it's useful to split the material price variance into a planning variance and an operational variance. Now, it's not a difficult calculation. There's only one extra thing that we need to look at, and that is the market price multiplied by the actual quantity. So when we compare the current market price to the standard price, that is going to give us a planning variance. And when we compare the actual price to the market price, that is going to give us an operational variance. So let's first calculate the planning variance. The quantity stays exactly the same. We are comparing the market price to the standard price. So the quantity is 30,000 litres. The standard price is 10 Rand per litre, and the current market price is 10 Rand 80 per litre. And this planning variance is going to be unfavourable because the price of material has increased. You can see that the current market prices are 10 Rand 80, and obviously when the standards were originally set, the market price was 10 Rand. So material is going to cost more, the market prices have increased, and therefore the planning variance is unfavourable. Now it's important to note that this planning variance is not under the control of the purchasing manager. The purchasing manager can't control the price of material. This is as a result of general price increases. So this variance indicates that the standards are outdated and need to be updated. Then let's look at the operational variance. So once again, the actual quantity remains the same, and we are comparing the actual price to the market price. So the actual quantity is 30,000 litres, the actual price is 10 Rand 50 per litre, and the market price is 10 Rand 80 per litre. So this is going to give us a favourable variance because the actual price per litre is less than the market price per litre. Now it's important to note that this operational variance is under the control of the purchasing manager. And the variance indicates positive performance because it's obviously favourable, and that's because the purchasing manager sourced materials at a price cheaper than the current market price. Then if you add together the planning and operational variance, and obviously we're deducting them because the one is unfavourable and the other is favourable, so the net effect is we have a total material price variance of 15,000 Rand unfavourable, and you'll see that ties into the calculation that we performed up front. Now it's important to note, let's say we are trying to analyse the performance of the purchasing manager to determine whether he should be paid a bonus or not. If we just looked at the material price variance in total, because this variance is unfavourable, we would have said that he actually paid more than the standard price, so that's negative performance, don't pay a bonus. However, when we analyse the variance in more detail, we can see that the reason why this variance is unfavourable is because the standards have not been updated. So that's not the purchasing manager's fault. The purchasing manager still sourced material at a price cheaper than the current market price. So only the operational variance is under his control. So if we are trying to determine whether or not he should be paid a bonus, he should be paid a bonus because he actually sourced material at a price cheaper than the current market price.